Welcome back, people, as the last episode with the kit I was wearing got me a bit intrigued in how many I actually could fit into this series, and I want to try and wear some of the kits that still fit me. Very baggy neck on this one, but this is the 2018, I'm pretty sure, third kit. I'll actually stand up a little bit so you can get the full effect. It's got the stripes, it's got the badge, it's got quite a bit. I do like this one. It's very baggy in a bad way. I don't like the fit on it, but it's not about the fit, it's about the gameplay. Yes, people, welcome back to episode number 5 of... Is it 5? I'm pretty sure it is 5 of season number 4 of this Grimsby Town to Glory career mode here on FIFA 23. I've just swiped off of the spoilers, and of course, if I wanted to be a fashion vlogger, probably wouldn't work for me, as I'm here on the career modes. As if you think I am doing a good job on these. As always, different segue into this one, but subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Smash that like button down below. Don't really do it if you're on a tablet or anything, because if you smash too hard you might break your phone or iPad or whatever it is. So just be careful with the way you click it. If it's a mouse, you can smash that mouse. You can get a new mouse rather easily, as we're going to show you what's happening. If you haven't seen previous episodes, please do make sure you watch those ones before this one. As you can see, 11th in the table, 5 points off them playoffs. A little bit of a drop off, cannot lie, but we're in the championship. It is not going to be easy at all. We have gone unbeaten with them top 3 clubs, so it shows you that we're definitely in the running quite a bit. But then we've struggled against lower teams, like we lost to Portsmouth last time out. I think Luton beat us 3-0. Swansea got a draw out of us. And Bristol City, if I'm not wrong, as we've got Barnsley first today, which kind of is a big game in terms of where we are table-wise. We could fall into the bottom half. Not an easy team to play, so finances look rough with that red. But we're going to show you right here the games that we do have all together, because it is December. Barnsley at home, then we travel to the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium, which, to be fair, I'd rather play that one away from home before we go to Carrow Road as well, so I think we're going to play them two. I'm going to simulate Portsmouth again, so Barnsley and Portsmouth simulated. We will, I think we'll simulate Bristol and Huddersfield and play Brentford. Try and get December out of the way, I'm thinking, before we move into January with the derby first. That is going to be rough because they're doing very well this season now, turned it around. And of course we do want to get signings done. We don't have much in terms of spending money. Still, we haven't really spent much at all anyway, it must be admitted, as I don't know, it doesn't really tell you the budget, does it? At the bottom, minus 55%, I don't know what that means. I'm guessing that 5 million is what we have, which is good. That's enough for some quality players, I think, and if we're luck established in this league, it should, I'm thinking, have a bigger pull for players, as got some good players coming through. Ewan Pratt and Bobby Dennis staying in the academy for now due to how big our squad actually is at the moment, as Barnsley's not going to be an easy game as well. We've got another scout report, as I have already built this team for the first game, and this is what we are going to go with for it. We've got Ryan Alsop still in goal over Hodgson, who I called Steve Hodgson last time out. It's not. Forgot his first name still, but it's Hodgson. As Coyle, Moon, Godwin, Malif, Scales and Glennon at the back this time. Tommy Shepherd, the youth player, drops out with Bryn Morris and Deli Bashiro in the midfield. Reggie Stone just in front of them. McAtee, although did score a brace last time out, took out for Liam Cullen and Dan Cox to make way up front. We've got Duncan Watmore and John on the bench, with Harry Clifton, Ilimbi, Maguire, Drew, Jackson, Cameron, all in them reserves, which isn't too great for them, but that's the way it's worked out. As let's see how we do here against the Tykes. They, of course, did win the league last time out when we were fighting for it, pipped us to the post, as they've pipped us to the post in this one as well. They have dominated us. We went 1-0 up through for Sayo, but then Gelabert, Tapia, and Gelabert again. Right. Okay. I know we're Championship again, I keep saying it, but this drop off, should I say, is not really great. It's a real extreme drop off as QPR gives us a chance to jump back up there, however, because you can see these are just 2 points. We can leapfrog them if we do get the win away at a decent stadium, and definitely got to change that team around 100%. As I'm looking at the wage bill as well, although we are Championship, I want to try and keep that below 100k. I do not want that going over that. And of course, we've still got some things to do in terms of contracts, as I've got to change this team up, definitely. After a rather disappointing display out there, Gleno can come out for Eccles. Both of us fullbacks can play either side, which I do love. And I trust Coyle more to be more adaptable. I'm going to take Bryn Morris out. Too defensive, I would probably say. We'll go for Dunk because Dan Cox isn't really doing it. And Reggie Stone's fallen off a little bit for now. But I'm going to keep McAtee on the bench. Any youth players or anything pushing to get into the lineup maybe? I don't really see it. Limby's going to definitely get recalled. I can just see that happening 100%. As that is the team that we're going to go with. A few changes for this trip away to London. And let's hope we can turn the tide. And QPR's lineup is Olamide Shodipo on the wing with Gonzalez up front. Druiek on the other side with Andre Dozzell, good player. Ilias Chair, even better it seems, and Carl Storm, solid midfield. Kenneth Parle, Jake Clark-Salter, Connor Masterson and Kaki making up the defence with Liam Kelly in goal. I've got to say a very solid, with Borja Sanchez on the bench, a very solid QPR lineup. Has to be said, we definitely want to step it up a little bit on his travels and every game. It's just a given. We've got to be better than we have done already. I mean, I am not aiming for playoffs or automatic promotion even or anything like that, but still it's not nice to see us decline as Josh Eccles on this right-hand side again, whipping it towards Duncan Watmore. Not too bad as Harry wins a brilliant header in the middle of the park. Back in that midfield as that's into Watmore. A strong header. Not a bad start that one, as this is down the line as well. Trying to cut inside of Tommy Shepherd a little bit as he does have a good ball on. He gets another chance at it. And just wide. I think that might be Ilias Chair. Might be very wrong. Might be that Gonzalez fella, but big chance for ours. Very big. It's the first time using Tommy Shepherd in game as well. Another youth player into the lineup. Want to see a bit of promise from him, which I do think will come with time as it's into Eccles. Round the corner into Harry Clifton. Here he is on the run. Not the captain anymore, but still a very decent player as that was a decent ball in. Jake Clark-Salter with the clearance as Josh Eccles wins the header. Doing well away from home to start off with as Harry. That's a good cut away. A ball across the box and a good catch. Definitely on top here as here is Shepherd running through the middle. There's an injury. I think that might be Carl or Pal maybe. I don't know, as that's a good switch from Cullen anyway. A little bit of a run. They have got a man down, of course, which would be controversial if we scored, but it's building anyway as that's a good ball into Harry. Getting forward at every opportunity. And Kelly's just keeping everything out. They're easy for him, but still, as Eccles gets that pass back into Shepherd. Bad place to lose it, but fights for it back, does the number 38. All the way back to Ryan Alsop just to whack this out to the left-hand side. Don't get his head on it. I want to get Tommy Coyle a bit more involved as Scales coming across. Good interception. Coyle can't get that around the corner, though. We're just making ourselves struggle a little bit as we need to chase this man on the wing. It's round into Scales' man as that's an easy ball received in the middle and it's almost half-time. I think the whistle's going to go any moment, as it does. 0-0 so far. It's not a defeat, at least, on the cards already. And I'd say we're on top. Decent so far, as it's still called Loftus-Cheek on the game, of course. A nice touch to its roots, but of course it was a brilliant touch to name it after Kian Prince, as we've got a chance right here. Trying to run through the middle, it's Liam Cullen onto Reggie Stone, who needs a bit of an angle. Finds it into Liam Cullen, who does go for the shot. Still not getting through, really. Reggie Stone to keep hold of this one, and he's going to flash it out wide into Josh Eccles. Ball towards Duncan Watmore, and Liam Cullen trying to win that one. We do in the middle anyway through Harry, and Eccles gives it back into Clifton. Just trying to avoid getting too close to the man. That is round the corner. Cullen. One more into Reggie Stone. And what a save from Liam Kelly. That's a big chance, you know, for a goal right there, and we do win the corner anyway. Can we get something in the box? That's a decent delivery towards Godwin, making a move as it's bounced down here for Delibashiru, who puts it wide. And we have to make changes with the next game in mind. Norwich City's not going to be easy. So Coxey comes on with John McAtee. The usual suspects really coming off the bench. Gives Reggie and one of the strikers a rest, as that's a brilliant interception from Shepherd. To be fair, apart from one wayward pass, he's been brilliant in this game. Excuse me, I run out of breath. As McAtee is kind of through here. He tries to switch it to Duncan Watmore. Header. And what a save again by the Ars keeper. He is absolutely brilliant at the moment. Not to blow up his trumpet, but it's brilliant as Tommy Shepherd is in the box. It's going towards the youngster as it's into Delibashiru, who loves to pick it up on the edge of the box. And again, a brilliant save. Another chance for a ball whipped in, though. Dan Cox towards Shepherd. And the youth player with a chance to win it is, in fact, got himself really badly injured getting to that one. Oh, that's not great. It looks like when it hit the deck. Oh, dear. We do have two centre-backs, so Niall Maher I'll throw on. Bit of game time for him. As we're racking up these corners, something needs to happen from one. It's John McAtee to whip it in. Louis Coyle gets his head on it, but not correctly. Very unlucky as a ball over Niall Maher. We've got to make sure we don't lose this one. Josh Eccles has got to try and do his job. Come on, defence, as Maher's still tracking back. It's out on the side. Now back through the middle. Bit of a chance if they can get a shot off, which we're going to make sure they don't do. McAtee jumps in there, but still not comfortable in this game. Is John is slipping around a little bit as they've cut round us there. And it was completely through, but he was offside with the advantage given. Definitely offside. The referee's just waved play on, which is good with not long left. But that's a horrific pass from Harry, gifting them the ball back straight away. They might have a chance late on to try and win something. The game, in fact, as that's a shot on and a save. Easy for Ryan Alsop in the end. A little bit of a scare, as it is a 0-0 with QPR. We've stopped the rot a little bit, but still, the elusive extra 2 points was there. And with how the game went on, you can't help but think he could have got something out of that one. As Tommy Shepherd's out for 2 months. That is a shame. Of course, he wasn't in the team, really, but he got his chance. He really did get a big chance in that and played well. Moving on to Norwich City. Real big shame in that one. We've got to try and make it right. A lot of scout reports coming in. Of course, sent a bunch out for January. I'm expecting this Norwich City game to be box office. I cannot lie. It's a decent chance for us to try and do something, which we're going to do, as changes have been made. Of course, it's a quick turnaround. Jasper's in. Gleno's in. Harry's still in the middle with Delibashiru, and Coxey starts with Cullen up front. I know it's two left footers, but I am going to go with it. I mean, who's right footed? Duncan Watmore, Caden Jackson. Maybe we could slip Caden onto the bench, although we have got a full bench. Got two DMs. I'm going to take one DM off, go with that. Yeah, I think we've only got... We're playing as two central midfielders. We don't have a DM on the field, so we're going to go with this one and see how it does here for Carrow Road. And it looks like Todd Cantwell's doing well at the moment. We've got another stadium to tick off right here. It's a big one over in Norwich. It's a very interesting one over in East Anglia, as the team is Brandon Vasquez. Todd Cantwell does, of course, start with Marcos Antonio Silva Santos, brilliant player. With Marcelinho Nunez, very good player. Josh Sargent still there. Jacob Sorensen the same, with Damasto, Sally, Tomkinson, Sam Byram, and Hassan, the youth player, in goal. They've got Josh Meiser on the bench. Kieran Dowell, a hero of the Grimsby save in previous years. Adam Eder still there. Plachetta, a solid outfit. Not going to be an easy game, which of course we do have to realise, but we're going to go with that, with a mindset still to win, as Cullen, straight away on the ball, does get it round the corner into Gleno. Can we try and shot them straight away towards Stone? Unlucky. Delibashiru picking up on that with a brilliant header down. It's now into Gleno, coming to the side. He's going to go for one. It's Anthony Glennon. Unfortunate. Some man in the way, but a good start as the ball's passed straight into us, into Godwin. As Jasper Moon to come forward, picks out a decent ball into Deli, but bad touch. Was unfortunate as a ball through the middle and a turn as Godwin jumped straight on the ball as he tried to make that move. As Gleno now through the middle On to Coxey. There's a man over there as well, which we are going to reach in Cullen. I thought Reggie Stone was going to make that run. I really did. Don't know where the next in-game goal is coming from as Cullen stepping away from his man. And that is a horrific challenge. That's a decision for the referee. What's he going to give Sorensen? Which is into his pocket. It's a yellow. He's lucky. I mean, I think it was an orange card. Sam Byram somehow got injured with it. But I think that was teetering on a red, maybe. I mean, we're unlucky there, but we might be lucky here. Reggie Stone! Straight away from the free kick. It's brilliant play. And we have a lead here in the East Anglia, whatever you want to say. Reggie Stone with it. A quick move to shock the Canaries as it's a brilliant ball through. An exquisite touch to turn with. And the goalkeeper, Hassan, nowhere near that one. Our youth player and main man putting us 1-0 to the good. 6th of the season, the pivot man. Brilliant stuff as Harry Clifton. There's a man flawed in the middle for us, but we still do keep the ball. Cox has got it out wide into Louis Coyle, who's going to just run towards this line and put a ball into the back post. Gleno! Wing back to wing back. That's what I like to see in a corner before the break. We are really on top as Reggie Stone to whip a decent one in. Cullen's trying to get there, still trying to get there. Please don't blow your whistle, referee. Let us have a shot as he has done. And we headed it down. Unlucky anyway, but we do have an advantage going into the break. Really puts it in here against them. As now Jasper Moon out wide into Louis Coyle. We need to keep it up. I mean, they really haven't threatened, to be fair. And with Todd Cantwell, I thought they were going to offer a bit more of a threat. As Louis Coyle to run down this wing. We've got a man in the middle and a man at the back post. If that goes over, which it does into Coxey. He's really struggling at the moment, is Coxey. He should have scored easily. He's got to do better than that as Jasper Moon caught out a little bit. Oh, and that's another centre-back down if he does stay down, which it looks like he might do. And so we've got to keep this ball and make sure they don't attack on us as that's a ball into Coxey now. Can he try and redeem himself? Cuts away from his man and gets a shot off. Still not a great one. Which, hey, it's not always going to be. It is not always going to be as a ball into the box. And a save from Ryan Alsop. It was a big chance and Liam Scales. What a recovery header as well. They could have got that on off the line as that's never a foul, referee. What is he playing at? We're going to take Reggie off. We do need to make a lot of subs in December. It's a big time for game time giving. And like a Christmas present, giving it as a free kick on the edge. And it's a good hit from Sargent, but always going over. Unfortunate for the American as we've got that pass off really quick with Harry. He is coming into his element in this game as we're going to get that off into the middle. McAtee now on the field and making a run through. Here is John McAtee. It's a good position. He's going to try and power this across the net and he is! John McAtee with a goal here to make it 2 against Norwich. And he is back in full force off the bench. I hope them fans are singing his name like they did do and do this season. As that's a brilliant one into the top corner. Both attacking midfielders scoring for us. And it looks like a win here against Norwich. John McAtee as Liam Scales with a pass straight into Harry Clifton now. Through that middle into Fasayo Delibashiru. It is out wide now into Gleno who can dink that one over for Duncan Watmore taking it in his stride. Out on the edge to Harry Clifton trying a shot. As I'm also thinking whilst we play here, have we ever had a penalty in this career mode so far? It's unbelievable, but I don't think we have, as that's a decent ball in towards Godwin, who was took out in my opinion, still nothing given. Tremendous display which will be capped off brilliantly if we can keep this clean sheet as Norwich taking a shot from range and Alsop wanting to keep it. Brilliant stop from him as there was 4 added minutes. I don't know why Hassan's up. It's 2-0 as Cantwell to the back post, and that is a brilliant flick on header to set up the man coming in at the back. The clean sheet is gone. As Salih with his goal. And I don't know why they're celebrating as much. Should really got the ball and carried on, but they don't. And I think the clock will just tick down as we do get the win. Commiserations for Ryan Alsop conceding late on, but it's a win on the road for the Mariners. And one that was desperately needed against Dean Smith's men. As Jasper Moon, even though it wasn't a crucial injury like Tommy Shepherd's, has gone one better and broken his toe. So that's the 3-month injury for him. Not good at all, as it's talked about. Still need to sign a player from South America, and we're not doing the financial and brand expectations. I don't know how we really do it. It's a difficult chore to get done, as monthly scout reports, and then Portsmouth of Kilgo once a game. I'll think about that because he might actually jump on the bench. I'm going to say Goodwin. He's actually not injured as well from that one because that would have really done us badly. As Kilger and Headley jump on the bench. Niall Maher into the team. And Duncan Watmore as well. They are the changers going into this one. A change on the bench. Josh Eccles dropping all the way out. Just trying to freshen it up. We are 12th in the league. This is a game in hand above those two teams atop of us. But I think we can only go 11th as goal difference is not very kind to us. Away at Pompey. They beat us already this season. In the second game, it is a draw. Duncan Watmore gets one to cancel out Bishop's late goal and get us a point. But still, not what we desired. Unfortunate. So we stay in 12th. We do have a gap on 13th to stay in the top half, which is a decent thing to actually say. I think playoffs will be slipping away from us. Even Hull City's slipped a long way today. It's 7 points. 7 points between us and Brentford, who are a brilliant team on paper. So it is rough as players with contracts expiring. We're going to look at that as well, which does include Bryn Morris, one I am very, very torn upon. The others, I hate to say it, but I think Caden Jackson will leave with his wage demands. Otis Khan is knocking on a bit. David Drew, not a big fan of, but I think we can get money for him. Innes Cameron, Alfie Kilger. It's not yet to be decided. Good to slightly see the team as well happy despite the results, because of course we are switching the lineup quite a bit, which is a good thing. Got to look at these positives as well sometimes, as I'm going to put Headley in the team ahead of Eccles as my change after the draw. I'm going to take Cameron off the bench and I'm going to put Dan Cox there. I might actually put him straight in the team for Cullen. Cullen's not scoring at the moment. I'm happy with the midfield at the moment as well. That is a really big plus in this team. Them three are working very well as a unit, and I feel like it's hard to get another player in that midfield to be a starter as Bristol City at home. How's this going to be? Sam Bell did well against us last time. This time it's Conway. As we get beat by the Robins, Reggie Stone with our goal. That's not good. Not very good at all. Still above the Blades, but closing into the bottom half of the table now, which isn't great as Liam Cox. Don't get ahead of yourself. You are not playing too great when you put in the team. As Huddersfield up next, who are up there. I really want to play Brentford though, so I think I'm going to simulate Huddersfield, play Brentford, then next window, or next episode, is all about the window. As Louis Coyle's doing well. He's gone to 71 rated. Brilliant thing to see, but still, I'd rather see points than individual player prizes, as we need to change that again. Definitely make that change. I think I'm going to go back to the team that got the draw. Yeah, I am going to do exactly that. We're going to see how it goes. Think we do still need a centre-back in this team to stop leaking the goals. I don't think it's his keeper's fault at all. As Huddersfield Town at Freeman Street, it's going to be a 2-1 win. There we go. That's what we needed. Against the run of play, it must be said. Tyrese Simpson with theirs after Watmore and Harry's first half goal. I love to see that as we're going into the next one with a tired team, but we are going to play Brentford now before the derby on the switch around. Oh, a rough period right here. Very, very rough. As how we're going to get it done at the G-Tech Community Stadium. We are still in 12th. We're not budging from that spot. The rivals on joint points with us now. They have fallen off. As look how tired his team is as well for this big game. This is not good. Niall Maher's unhappy. What's he got to be unhappy about? I think we do need to make a change in that defence as well. Alfie Kilger to come in. Ooh. Don't know how I feel about it, but must be done. Duncan Watmore still up front. I think it's got to be, you know. I think it's got to be. It's going to be a rough team to pick here because of the quick turnaround, and then, of course, Hull City after this. I think I might go with Coxey up front over Duncan Watmore, the goal scorer. Maybe a controversial change. Can Bryn play at the back? No, he can't. He's still not comfortable. Is he comfortable in midfield? Maybe a little bit. Taking the goal scorers out, though, is a weird choice. Maybe I'd drop Deli Bashiru for a rest. He's played a lot of back-to-back games, as I think I am going to do that. That's the team that I'm going to go with for Brentford. If we beat these, maybe I feel a bit more confident about playoffs. Not that we're getting into them. 10 points is the gap. But I would feel good if we got a win against the Bees. And Brentford's even stronger team now with Kvaratskhelia doing well in training to get to 83 rated. Brereton Diaz still up front with Nathan Young-Coombs coming in. David Turnbull, Sambi Lakonga and Onyeka in the midfield. They're not underestimating us this time, I see, though, because they did put up a weaker team out last time, I'd say, with Sorensen, Oxford, Pinnock, Stanley Sick, and Strakoschka. Don't half have the opportunity to, of course, switch up their team, which is a big switch up, you must add, as Kilger into Godwin Malif. We've got to get going. Kilger, a tall centre-back as well. Looks lengthy, if he was talking about Ultimate Team, of course, as Cullen to give it out wide into Coyle. Want to get started immediately in this one as Reggie Stone in front. That was a horrific pass, though, from our man. Not great at all. Is going to keep this ball, however. Bryn Morris round the corner into Coyle. That's a good pass on, you know. And Dan Cox with the gap! And he has sliced it wide. What does it take to get Coxey on form? One of the first players to actually get promoted to this first team from the academy. And he's been here on the journey, but it just seems like his rating's going up. But his performances aren't. They're dropping a little bit. No offence to him, it looks like League One is where he should be left, which I don't want to be true. As what a challenge from Kilger that was as well. Impressing me early on, he's the centre-back. As now Liam Cullen to try and get running. Can Coxey use his pace rather than his shooting? No, because the game stopped when we had a ball over the top. Risky refereeing. I mean, it ain't a head injury, as David Turnbull does have to be withdrawn from the field, though. Didn't start the last game against us and won't play in this one, as that's a rough challenge on Kilger. Another centre-back going down. This is rough, as we've got Coxey running through a little bit. Can we try and reach him with the ball over the top? We do. Brilliant ball onto him. He's going to power this one, and he's still going to put it wide. As in fact, it's not Kilger as well. It's Bryn Morris. So Deli Bashiru, when he went out of the team, coming straight back in. I am going to keep Clifton on the left, though, and give Deli Bashiru a bit of time on the right. See what that does. Great to see Bryn picking up the injury, however, as there's a ball around the corner straight at the for Josh Eccles. Tries to put a ball in the box, or towards the box, but just failed to do so. As now they're going to attack on us a little bit more. Sambila Conga trying to put that through. That's a good read, you know. And it's back in the middle now. Coxey with a brilliant ball. That's a really good pass from him anyway. Maybe he's not a scorer. As Cullen misses another chance. That's not like him. He's off form at the moment as well today, as Reggie Stone to whip a ball in. Looked a decent one on top here against Brentford. Out wide, Deli Bashiru trying to get a shot off. Very unlucky, but we're doing well here at the G-Tech Community Stadium. It is Louis Coyle running out wide a little bit. Cullen trying to put a disguised pass around the corner, but unfortunately can't do so, as we've read it with Scales. Still, we don't keep the ball into Coombs. Back through a little bit. Got to get a tackle in, and we do. We do. Brilliant little read, that one in the middle, as now it's on to Deli Bashiru to try and get running. Not a great pass around the side. How unfortunate. But at half-time, to be fair, these are fourth now in the division, and 0-0 results so far. Not the worst, but I'd love a goal. So let's get going for this second half, as Coyle coming across. Tried to get a tackle in, and did, in my opinion, as we need to step in there with Kilger. I've got to say, just a brilliant performance all around from him, as we're struggling to pass his way out, but we've got away with it. Around the corner, that is quick passing, you know, and Coxey, oh, Reggie actually, not a great ball. A chance right there as well, as Deli Bashiru with a brilliant tackle. Doing well off the bench, as Coxey needs to try and turn. Bumped off the ball is Harry Clifton. Still, we're playing very promising. Deli Bashiru has come off the bench and been in the right position for every single move. As Liam Scales puts one over the top. Pass down into Harry. Now Reggie. There's a ball through, but I'll go out wide instead into Louis Coyle. That just needed to be a little bit lower, and it would have been perfect for Cullen, as Reggie now round the corner. Here's Deli Bashiru sneaking through again, and a good block. It's so unfortunate so far that it's just not falling for us. As a ball through. Need to get there, and we do. Godwin into Kilger. Kilger's going to go forward straight into Deli Bashiru. Round that side. Cullen looking for a little bit of a gap through the middle. Dan Cox. If it's someone to score, I wish it's him. But he's just not having a good day at the office again in game. And I'd hate to say it about him. It feels wrong to be dishing it out on a youngster, but you've got to be promising when we're in the position we are in this league. Don't want to fall into the bottom half because it's a slippery slope. Especially with the derby up next. We need to try and get points out of this one, as Cullen into Clifton. Reggie's a bit in front. Cullen needs to try and make a move, or we go for Reggie. Not a great ball, but it's still fallen to Stone. He's going to hit this one. And Strakoshka with terrible goalkeeping lets Reggie Stone get another one away from home. And it might be done here, away at the G-Tech Stadium. What a 7th of the season that can be. Maybe our biggest win in this career mode so far. He's going to come off, actually. Need to rest him for the next one in the derby. Hit it across the net. Poor goalkeeping from Thomas Strakoshka, the Albanian. And we do have a lead with 10 minutes to go against a very strong Brentford team. Absolutely love to see it as Godwin into Kilger. Lifts it over the top. Oh, that was a bit of a skew whiff pass. But you can see they're getting a lot quicker with the football now. They're going to look for a leveller immediately. I think they were going to actually smash us as well. Not to sound pessimistic, but I know how well there was against us last time out in the second half as Brereton Diaz with a bit of a gap. Kilger to clear it up the field. If we get a clean sheet against these as well, how good would that be as Brereton Diaz cuts away. Allsop's there first and the whistle's blown immediately after. Snatch and grab? No. Dominated Brentford right here and a brilliant goal took from Reggie Stone. Sinks Thomas Frank's men to take us up the league. Sublime display, up to 11th, and I'll take that. 40 points. This whole game's a big one, you know, if we can leapfrog them. We're 5 points off the playoffs still, which ain't bad. I know we've had a drop-off, but still ain't bad. We're definitely far away from them relegation places, 15 points off. That is a very good sign. There's a lot of messages before this thing fully starts, of course, this window. As a youth scout report, I'm still looking at Bobby Dennis very highly. West Ham have recalled Ekwa Olympi. It just doesn't work for loanees, does it? Just doesn't work out. As Khan's talking about his contract, an injury. Bryn Morris 3 months, horrific. I forgot about that. As Efferty, Kai Bailey, and James Kirk all going out on loan. As I think with the message on Otis Khan, I will try and negotiate a new contract. I'm going to try and only get it for 1 year because I kind of do want him to leave the club. We don't play with wingers. He's not defensively inept to play as that right wing back with Eccles. Efty's out on loan, but Efty in front of him and everything, as he does want a wage increase, which I guess we can gift him. 2.5 is reasonable, 3 is not. I definitely want to offload him if he's going to think 3 is reasonable. 2.7, 3 is not reasonable. It's not. It's really not, because you will be going onto the transfer list. 2.7. I'll just give him the 3 because, in all honesty, I don't see him here in a bit. He may be getting a bit of money for a while. He's deserved it for being a good stalwart in the club, but yeah, I really don't see him here for a bit, you know, as David Drew is one player I want to get out on a loan. Probably a loan to buy, so I will offer him a new contract as well. Hoping maybe the offer is taken up at the end. He only wants sporadic though, which is decent actually. Very decent. We're going to try and sign him up for 1 year. He wants a 4-year contract with the Mariners. That's going to mean it's going to take a 3 into it. I'll give him a 3. Really don't want him taking a long one. I'll propose a release clause, which I hope he does accept, of 2 million. 1.3 is fine by me if a club can pay that. As a wage increase, I'll give him that appearance fee because I don't think he'll reach it, as harsh as it sounds. We're going to try and get him out, as I might as well do a loan watch right here whilst we are on this menu. We've got Joseph Lawson, James Goodwin. Hugo Stewart's not having the best of time at Huesca. It's got to be said, as James Kirk's just gone. Austin Kirk not having the best time. Michia Fete's just gone. Kai Bailey's just gone. There's the contract still to be signed. And maybe we go for Bryn Morris. Let's round it out with 3, shall we? Bryn. He wants an important role. I'll try rotational. They never negotiate with those ones, do they? We'll give him the important role. Bryn Morris. 2-year contract. I don't really want him to go. Perfect. Release clause. Acceptable. And now the wage. I think he has earned a bit of a higher one. Cannot lie. I'm going to go with 3.3. And I'll give him a bit of a signing on bonus just for his loyalty to the club. As he sees it as insulting. Well, I'm sorry, Bryn. Okay, he doesn't accept. It looks like potentially Bryn Morris can be leaving this club alongside Caden Jackson. Oh dear, I don't like the sound of that, as I'm going to try... Maybe we just try and do all these contracts right now. So Innes Cameron, who once was a brilliant player for us, we'll try and give a 2-year contract, because he will take a decent little cut on that one, as the wages, everyone's wanting higher wages now at this club. I'll give him the appearance fee, because again, I don't think he'll reach it. 3.4, 3.6 is what he wants. That's not good for a rotational player. I'll give him it, but again, I think I want him out on loan, or maybe permanent. I didn't want that wage bill fluctuating too much, as we're going to go on no release clause. This guy's going to probably want a higher wage, is Alfie Kilger. I think 2.9 is reasonable for him. Does he take it? He does. Okay, good increase on money for a player that's a rotational one. We can safely say his wages are increasing a lot at the moment now, which isn't especially a bad thing, is it? It's not really a really bad thing. As you can see, Harry Clifton only on 2.3, a mainstay in the lineup. Even Jasper Moon on 1.5. That is just weird. As we're going to simulate 2 the whole game, do we get any transfer offers in? No, we don't. As I know it's a big game up next, but I am going to leave you on this cliffhanger right here, guys. So thank you all for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell down below clicked firmly so you don't miss anything in the future. Almost at 8.2, which is phenomenal. Your support is a big gift to me, so thank you very much. Take care of yourselves, guys. In a bit, enjoy the rest of your week, and peace.